Hello!
I'm not prepared. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wulff Den Live, episode 179.
Jesus Christ,
the
Will.
Mega Raid Battles Edition of Wulff Den Live, featuring the two legendary Pokemons whose name I don't remember right now, but it's like
Jeez,
Zycan.
you're like so not prepared.
I had to restart my computer, and I was restarting as soon as you said we're going live.
I know they know the
I had it up here
Pokemons
perfectly.
though.
He probably did.
I think we'll get attacked now.
What are the name of the legendaries, you two experts over there?
It's I don't know how to pronounce
Good,
it.
all right.
It's
I'm so happy to have you on.
Hold on. I can
Zacian
do this again. I can do this again. Say hello.
Hello.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wulff Den Live, episode 179, the Mega Raid Battles Edition, featuring the Zycan and Zamatenzen, Zamazenta of YouTube. Will and Bob with the Wulff Den.
We got there.
We got that on the first try.
Joining us.
Joining us, of course, are the premier Pokemon experts, AJ and Parker of Fanatics 4. Hello, guys.
Hi, hello.
What's up? Hello.
Hello.
Which one of you guys has the sword?
Has the sword?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which one of us is going to get the sword one or has a sword?
No, has the sword. You're both those
Who has
Pokemon.
more swords?
So which one has the sword?
Probably me.
Yeah.
I'm that guy.
Yeah, you would definitely be
Yes.
Zycan.
You know what sucks, Will?
What sucks, Bob?
That we live in a free country,
Mm-hmm.
but everybody is mandated to serve on a jury.
Yeah. It's our civic duty.
I had jury duty today, and I missed the direct. Well, I got the direct a little
Yeah.
later after I went home and got my laptop during the government mandated lunch break.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, my hair's in a ponytail.
Oh,
Or a man
You
bun.
didn't take it out for the show. You're not on brand right
No,
now.
I'm just this is just
Why
what you get.
am I even bothering
And if you
wearing the
don't
hat?
like it, lucky for you, there's
I'm gonna keep wearing the hat.
lucky for you, there's a audio version of this podcast.
Yes.
Anyway, we got a lot to talk about.
And even though the show's already a disaster,
We got a lot of E3 stuff going on.
we do.
That we need to talk about. Part of it is the Pokemon stuff.
Yes.
So we'll get that out of the way 1st. But before we do that, thank you to our supporters here. We have John's Random World with $1. We have Chris Green, who became a member here on YouTube. We have Brooks with the 18 months in a row here on YouTube. And also
Nice.
on Twitch yesterday. TJ Steakhouse with $1. Gene Koff Morales with $2 who said, Bob, could you beat Metal Jesus and AJ in a fight? And AJ? Why would they be on the same team?
Can anybody beat Metal Jesus? The guy's like 7 feet tall.
I think I could kick most asses on YouTube.
Metal Jesus will be at E3, so I will make sure that
I saw him at last year's E3.
Yeah, so did I.
And then I didn't kick his ass.
No, because like they
why
said,
would I do that?
He's huge.
He's about as tall as us.
He's taller than us.
He's not really that much tall. He's big though.
He is.
He's big.
Well, we'll have to hang out with him all E3 next week.
Anyway, Bruce Patrick, thank you for the $2. All right, now we can finally get AJ and Parker to say some things.
Yeah.
Oh no, we can't, because first we got to talk about June games with gold.
Yes. So last week, Sony, out of nowhere, announced their 2 free games for PlayStation Plus Instant Games Collection in June, Sonic Mania and Borderlands, the crappy collection. And we were like, where's Microsoft? Microsoft usually releases their games first. Well, of course, they announced it the day after. But because we're Wulff Den Live, we're going to tell you about them anyway. So in June, for Xbox One, you get NHL 19 and Rivals of Aether.
That was at that Smash Bros tournament, Smash and Splash.
Was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rivals A. It exists.
I got confused with that other game,
What? Another one that's
the
trash?
free
Like
Brawlhalla.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That when I call it trash, people get really mad.
Yeah. I always get... I think there is another game called Ether. But...
Aether!
I'm always interested when they put like sports games up for free.
Yeah.
Like, why?
That's always disappointing.
Like, I remember when they put like WWE 16 up for free, and I think it was just in promotion for SummerSlam, but the next game came out like the month later.
People like sports games.
I know, but
I'm not one of those people.
I mean, the hockey games are usually pretty good from what I've heard, even for like people who aren't into sports games. So I might give this a shot and just correct history, make the Islanders win the Stanley Cup this year.
No, that's just not a thing.
There will be one day. You watch. But then on Xbox 360, You get Portal Still Alive, which is just Portal, the original Portal game.
That's pretty
That's
dope.
good.
Yes. And you get Earth Defense Force 2017.
That's the best one. The one everyone wanted.
Do they make one every year?
They make there's a lot of them.
We had this on
Last month was a Earth Defense Force something or other.
for Xbox.
Yes.
Okay.
But I think it was a side story. It wasn't like this is a main game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I didn't know there was
Neither
difference.
did I.
Well, people go nuts for these
Yeah.
games. Is that why is there Chinese writing on it?
Because it's a Japanese game and it's Japanese.
That looks like Chinese.
Well, I don't know.
I never knew they advertised how much gamer score you could get with them.
It says that?
interesting.
Does it?
Yeah. It says with $104.96 in value and 3,200 in gamer score.
That's like
Wow.
a currency now.
So NHL 19 will be available all month long. Rivals of Aether will be available starting June 16th. Portal will be available starting June 1st. And then Earth Defense Force will be available June 16th.
Definitely get Portal.
Yes.
If you like fighting games, give Rivals of Aether a shot because it was at Smash and Splash for a reason.
If
Yeah.
you got Smash Brothers, don't do it.
If you like Smash Bros. Don't.
If you don't have a Switch, you only have an Xbox One, then get it.
Then you're probably not watching.
Get
Yeah.
a Switch. Get a Switch if you're in that. Just get Smash Brothers.
And maybe check out NHL 19 if you have no other games to play.
What Earth Defense Force? Everybody loves Earth Defense Force.
Or I guess Earth Defense Force.
It's the best one.
AJ says it's the best one.
Also, hey, don't forget about little old Nintendo. Will.
Yes. Nintendo also has free games.
Yes, that everybody likes to be mad at for some reason.
Yes.
These are
Because it's not Virtual Console.
if you have Nintendo Switch Online, which you should get, because there's plenty of reasons to now, especially.
Yeah.
You get NES Classic games for free, and this month you're getting 3, and the 3 of them are. Please don't play the music. The 3 of them are City Connect, City Connection. You remember
No.
the old classic
I
City
don't
Connection?
remember City Connection.
I've never heard of this.
I'm
game before in my
watching it.
life.
I'm watching the trailer of it now, and
So are they.
I don't. This does not look familiar in
never
the
seen this
slightest.
before in my
I've
life.
heard of the company Jalico or Jalico, but like
You don't
I've
seem too
Have
familiar.
you heard of the
not
company?
with this game.
Yeah, it doesn't look like I want to play it.
Yeah.
Then there's Double Dragon 2, which you're a big fan of.
Double Dragon 2: The Revenge. This is the good one because this is the one where you can actually play 2 players simultaneously. The Double Dragon 1 on NES didn't have that.
You mean there you could play 2 players at the same time?
Yes,
Yes.
that's what I said.
That's what you said,
Yeah.
but that sounds like you're controlling both of them at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Does it? Is that where your head
That's
goes?
where my head
Big
went.
Be nice to him. His hair is in a man bun. He had jury duty.
Most of my brain is in my hair.
Yeah.
Right now it's suffocated.
The weird thing about Double Dragon 2: The Revenge is your kick kicks backwards.
What?
Yeah, so like if you're facing right, you'll kick left.
That's dumb.
It's so bizarre. It works like if somebody's coming at you from behind, but you have to remember that you kick backwards.
Anyway, the last one's volleyball.
Oh,
Yay!
hey, volleyball.
Are they through with all the sports? Are they done? The original ones?
I'm sure they're myth. Is baseball on there?
They had most of them. I'm surprised volleyball
Yeah.
wasn't even on there. Baseball's on there because I played it and it sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it might be safe to say that all of the NES sports games are bad.
I tried playing
Ice hockey's
tennis.
not bad.
Ice hockey's all right.
Ice hockey's probably the best out of them all.
Tennis is
Garbage.
bad.
Yeah.
You'd think
Pure
like,
garbage.
oh, Pong. No.
No.
It doesn't
Nope.
control like that at all. It's very bad. Ice hockey's all right.
You're still lost in it, though.
Yes, in my other competition I lost. That guy who won that, what the hell's his name?
You got me. Abdallah. He won
Yes.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
He is doing the
The Mario Maker 2 thing.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the Invitational?
This Saturday, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we know who all's doing that? I was curious about that.
Yeah.
Him,
yeah.
the completionist, and 2 other people.
Rip Ross, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
Ross? Yeah, that wasn't ever gonna happen. All right. Well, now we can get into the real business.
Yes.
Unless you want to read some notifications here.
What notifications do we
Like
have?
Eric Henley, who gave us $2, saying
Huh.
looking like a bunch of treat snacks.
Not just snacks. Treat
Treat
snacks.
snacks. Avery James with $1. Red Falcon 94, who became a member here on YouTube.
Thank you.
And Gene Koff Morales with $2, who said, give the Pokemon a MF gun, then it'll be 11 out of 10. That's the third version.
Yes, that's the third version. That would be our cousin, Phil.
Oh, because I get it
yeah,
now, because they're wolves. That's
Yeah.
why you said which one of us has the sword.
Yes.
Because we're wolves.
Yes.
I told you, I'm not. My brain's in my hair.
AJ, you're gonna have to control this ship.
Got it.
All right. Well,
I'll be
anyway.
the one with the gun.
Not sure that's how that works.
Yeah.
All right. So first thing on the docket here, we got Pokemon. I saw the trailer.
Yes.
It looks really good.
I did
The
too.
director and whatnot.
It was boss.
It was boss, you'd say.
Yeah.
It was very good. So first thing here, brand new Pokemon Legendaries revealed for Pokemon Sword and Shield according to Nintendo Life. Boop. Wow, look at everybody's going nuts about the sheep.
Yep.
What's the one that I like from Heart Gold?
You're talking about Marie?
Yeah.
That's the sheep.
Mareep?
Right? Yeah.
It looks like Mareep.
Okay.
Mareep is just it's
That's
that
the
it's
other
basically
sheep.
that but thunder.
Oh yeah, Thunder Sheep.
What is yes, we talked about this already last week. He's a normal type. That's Wooloo.
Yep.
Everybody likes his description.
He rolls in the overworld. It's the best thing.
Wait, he actually like when you see him walking about, he's rolling.
He rolls.
All right.
That is something that's going to be exciting, is seeing all the different Pokemon walking around in the overworld that aren't, the Gen 1 Pokemon that we've already seen.
Yes.
I'm excited about that. That's fun.
Where are we? The white fur that covers Willow's body grows throughout its life and will fully grow back in 3 months, and even if it has been completely shorn. The fur is used for clothing, carpets, and other goods, and is very popular as a specialty product of the Galar region. Willow live as a herd and mimic the actions of their trainer or herd leader. They dislike conflict, and if they need to escape from enemies, they will simply roll away. That's the part that
they
everybody
dislike conflict, so make sure you catch them and use them exclusively in battle.
Yes.
Don't give PETA ideas, Will. Don't do it.
Oh, they could come at me.
You're going to get credited now as a PETA supporter.
PETA supporter.
PETA supporter.
Yeah, because you just told everybody that they use Pokemon in battle that don't like to get battled. You
No,
should never
I'm
give them that
encouraging.
information.
I'm encouraging our viewers
He's encouraging-
to catch them and use them in battle.
He's
If
encouraging
anything,
animal
Okay,
abuse.
good.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'm
All right.
antagonizing PETA
So much better.
because they deserve
Great.
it. They kill more animals than actual animal killers. Look that up. That's a fact.
Great. Got it.
Gus
Politics.
Johnson.
I'm glad
left
we're
them
on the
live.
right side of that.
Right side animal abuse. I love it.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
The legendaries are like what you said before. Zykian?
Zacian, I think.
Yup, mhm.
That is
Is Zacian?
definitely how you say that.
Yeah, Zacian. Because it looks, on first glance, it looks like Zycam,
It does.
which is a drug.
Yes. That's the one with the sword in his mouth.
Yeah.
And the one with the shield on his face.
Zamazenta.
Zamazenta. You know, the old Italian saying?
Yeah. Just like our grandma used to say. Zamazenta.
All right.
Two things about the
Okay.
legendary.
Sure.
One, their names are too similar. Usually the legendaries are not. And two,
They got to get the Z out of there.
and two, they look almost exactly the same. They're
That
blue
yeah.
on top with white underneath.
Yep.
Like, you would think they would switch it up a little bit. Like, there's also red and gold in their colors. Why not make the other one red on
Yeah.
top and gold underneath?
They're basically the same Pokemon.
Yeah, just one has a sword in his mouth and one has a shield for a face.
Now, I like the design of the shield one more
Yeah.
until I saw the video, and then I liked the sword one more.
I mean, they're both good designs. It's just they're colored poorly.
I have to say, this is a very well-designed generation so far.
So far,
So
we haven't gotten, like, the sofa couch Pokemon.
Yes.
You know what is interesting and equally disturbing? His sword probably is flesh. Probably flesh based.
So, in the video, it looked like it wasn't attached. Like,
Yeah.
the little leaf that comes out of that other Pokemon's mouth.
Oh,
The panda guy.
Farfetch'd?
Well, there's Farfetch'd.
Yeah, who
But
just
he
carries.
just holds the
yeah.
stick. The panda guy, whatever the hell.
Or I
his
mean,
name
like
Oh.
a Pancham.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got like a leaf that looks like it's like attached to his mouth. This looks like it's free flowing, but it has to have come out of him.
It's got to come from somewhere.
It's gotta come from
I'm sure there's some ridiculous lore, that's like, his father forges it in the mountains of whatever.
of your butt.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing with Legendaries, I guess to some degree, is theoretically there's only supposed to be one of them. So, like, if there's
Which
just
even
one
that is-
happens to have a sword, obviously everybody's gonna have one. So,
yeah.
so if only one has a sword, it's not as weird as like Cubone. All of its, all of their skulls are their mom's skull and
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
weird stuff.
Or where
like
did
Alakazam just getting spoons? From
or
some-
where did Alakazam's spoons come from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just came out of his hands.
Or Hitmonchan's boxing gloves. They just wear the boxing gloves.
Yeah.
Also, it's flesh. That's why some Pokemon couldn't be in Detective Pikachu because they're like, that's weird.
Did you get it?
No, he's flying and he got too close.
Did I get it?
I'll get it.
No,
Let
I
me
missed
do
it.
it.
With your gun.
Let me get it.
There's a bug.
Dear God.
There's a bug around here.
We'll get it eventually.
Anyway, there's two other ones. There's this flower-looking thing called
Gossiflower.
Gossifleur.
Gossifleur. Like
Yeah.
Gossamer from the Looney Tunes.
And it
Somewhere in there.
evolves
Yes.
into what?
Oh, it has
Eldegoss? Eldegoss.
Yes.
Eldegoss.
Eldegoss. There it is.
Eldegoss.
This ball-looking thing.
Yeah.
Then there's Corviknight, which is like a
Is-
taxi that takes you between towns.
It's like a black bird
He's
that
just
they've designated as a
straight
taxi.
up demon.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I mean, he looks freaking awesome.
Yeah. It's like a dragon meets a bird.
It looks awesome.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
And then there's Dreadnought, which looks like an anime character, and I can't put my finger on what that face looks like.
Oh, the guy from My Hero? Is that what you're talking about?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
The animal guy.
Yes.
So I noticed
Absolutely.
in the video they labeled him as a bite Pokemon, and I'm like,
Yep.
is that a type?
No.
Bite type
Whenever
Pokemon?
they
It's like-
introduce Pokemon, they always have like a stupid name, like the sheep Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like the balloon Pokemon or something, which is
Yeah.
a little silly.
Like this is a flowering Pokemon.
Right.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it for the new Pokemon. I'm sure we'll get more.
Yeah.
I was hoping for the evolutions of the starters.
Do they give that out so early?
I don't know.
It's iffy. Sometimes they do it and they'll do it like in one go where it's like, these are the ones that we have.
Yeah.
But other times they'll like dole it out where there'll be one trailer and there's like, here's the first evolution. And then there'll be another trailer. Here's the last one. And then we'll get some type of exclusive move or whatever.
Right.
All right, so next up is the rivals and whatnot. We got this super extra looking guy.
Yeah.
Main
I
bad.
saw your tweet and I just started laughing.
He's the king.
Yeah.
He's undefeated.
He is the great Leon.
Oh boy.
That's a Star Fox reference, kids.
Oh boy. Nobody plays Star Fox
I
anymore.
know. Sad.
He is the brother of your rival, Hop.
Hop. How do you name your first child Leon and then your second child Hop?
Hop is a real dumb name.
Yep, absolutely.
Also, now your main mission in this game is to crush the dreams of this kid
Yeah.
who looks up to his brother and is trying to be the best Pokemon
Yeah.
trainer. Now you're going to be the best Pokemon trainer
Yeah.
and dethrone the only guy this kid looks up to.
So
Either he looks up to him or just lives in his shadow in disappointment and depression. So like,
basically this is the Spec Ops the line of Pokemon games where it turns out you're actually the villain.
I love it.
To
'Cause
be
you have-
fair, you owe it to the Galar region to not allow their champion to be named Hop. Can't do it. Can't
Accurate.
do it.
Yeah, but little do you know, the champion's name is going to be Asphalt. I make the name.
True.
So,
Are you going to be able to name Hop is the question.
true.
And Matt, you can name
you have to.
You
You have
can
to
name your
be.
rival in every other game.
I don't think you can name Hal, which was your last rival.
Well, I
don't
mean,
remember.
you can name your rival in the original, but canonically his name's Blue.
Yeah.
So
That's true, but I feel like they didn't characterize him as heavily. you
true.
know?
I'm going out on a limb and saying, yeah, probably won't be able to name him in that case. Because the fact that they like marketed him with a name and everything, and like he's got more of a backstory than I feel like sometimes there is
Yeah.
otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Let's Go,
And-
they didn't say what his name is. They're like, hey, here's this dude.
Yeah.
Some guy.
Oh yeah, it's your rival, Dickface.
Dick Fossé.
Yeah.
His name is redacted.
So while you're out on a rampage to crush this kid's dream and then destroy the only person he looks up to, you will be also, you got the new professor. It's an old lady named Magnolia. Is that a tree?
Yes.
Yes.
I thought it was a flower.
It seems no. There's like a greenhouse kind of looking thing in there. In at least one of the professor, the laboratories. It seems like something like that.
Magnolia is a large genus of about 210 flowering plant species in the subfamily of Magnoliidae of the family. Nope, that's just gonna stop. All right, yeah, no, it's a plant.
Command F tree.
Magnolia seeds and fruit on a tree in northern Argentina.
Seeds and
The
fruit.
dictionary app says a tree or shrub with large, typically creamy pink waxy flowers.
This is an old lady. The next one is Sonia. That's the one that everybody wants to bone on Twitter, Will.
Yeah, it's Magnolia's granddaughter.
Oh.
Usually, it's probably young, probably available. But probably wants a nice man who's going to college. Not somebody who's off in the wilderness forcing animals to fight to the death.
Poor Magnolia.
Yeah.
She's lonely too. Anyway, there's Leon. We know him already. He's
Yeah.
a big extra guy. And then this freaking guy, the grass gym leader,
Milo.
Milo.
He looks like a Milo. And he looks like somebody who'd be a grass type Pokemon trainer.
Shots fired to so many different people simultaneously.
I said this on Twitter, but my friend, as we watched the direct, he said, "This just looks like a kid that got Dynamaxed."
Yes,
Yes.
I was going to say.
It does.
That must have been where I saw it from.
I think he also kind of looks like Ditto. Just saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's missing a nose. He's a straight up Ditto.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got a very weird face and body.
Yeah.
But then there's all the actual important information, like we get out in big in Pokemon, like you just said,
Yes.
Dynamaxing Pokemon. The question is, can you do this to all Pokemon?
Yeah.
I think it looks like you can.
Yeah.
The thing about it is it has like a whole bunch of like weird restrictions where you can't do it everywhere. It's not like Mega Evolution. It's not like Z moves. You can only do it in the in the places that they announced so far, the wild area, which I will get to later, and also in the stadiums of the gyms specifically.
And according to this article, you'll need a Dynamax band to trigger the transformation, and doing so will turn your Pokemon's moves into special max moves. These are immensely powerful and can trigger additional stat-changing effects. These transformations were shown to take place during gym battles, so you'll want to learn how to use them to your advantage.
And yeah, it only lasts for 3 moves,
Yeah.
and you can only do it once
Yeah.
per match, I guess.
So AJ, do you think? Because I was wondering about this too. So because we mentioned that in gym battles and in like the raid battles or whatever that we can Dynamax. Do you think that? And I hope this is the case, that those are definitely the times where the opponents can also Dynamax in some way. But do you think that also means those are the only places where we as the trainers can, like against regular trainer battles? We assume probably we can't. Okay, that's what I'm hoping as well. In all honesty, curious on what your thoughts were there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's what they're implying, because like everywhere that's talking about it, like officially on the website, they're basically like, you can only do it in gyms and in the wild area, and even specifically within the wild area, I think you can only do it in raid battles.
That's right. If they're restricting it to the wild area, it's probably raid battles.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, there's raid battles.
Nice.
You fight embiggened Pokemon.
Yes.
And with 3 other people. So it's you and 3 other people. Now you can do this locally. You can play raid battles locally with your buddies. We can do it right next to each other, or you can play it online.
Nice.
They didn't specify whether or not you can play it with your friends online.
Oh,
I don't feel like I don't see. That's the
again.
thing. That's the thing about this. I don't think they need to specify that because they're not Nintendo. Like Game Freak is very much so their own thing, and they're just like, hey, you're going to be able to do this online, and they've never done.
I think they need to specify.
Yeah, we're living in an age where you assume you can play with your friends in a Mario Maker, but you can't.
Right.
So it would behoove them to say, yes, you can play with your friends.
I think as far as like perception goes, they need to do that. But in their head, they're like, we're not them. We always let people play with their friends. We've been doing online multiplayer in our games for a decade now.
They're like, duh, of course, it would make sense for them
Yeah.
to be able to play with people.
On the other hand, people just jump to that conclusion with Mario, where we've never been able to play online with Mario. So it's like, that was less so a thing of like getting your expectations too high. Something that was promised to you. And just assuming that it was going to be a thing. Like, oh, online's there. That means that you'll be able to play with your friends. Sure, why not?
I mean, it's just the obvious thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Clarification for the local stuff too. Do you guys think that means local, like with 4 switches and everybody having their own game, or that somehow on just one save file you'd be able to have 4 people using Pokemon from my bank or whatever?
Probably
I would guess. That's what would be my guess too.
I think definitely 4 switches, and if it's locally on the same Switch, it might work like it can't work like Let's Go because it's a different battle.
No, I'd imagine like it'd have to be 4 switches and everybody has to have a copy of the game.
Yeah, that would make
which makes
sense.
Yeah. I am really excited about honestly, when I first saw these, I was like not particularly interested because it just reminded me a lot of Pokemon Go and the raid battles in there, which are like fun for communal things, but as far as like strategy or whatever, it's not all that great. But I think the more I thought about it, the more this is actually pretty exciting, where you can have actual, kind of more like a, I don't know, World of Warcraft type thing where you have different roles that you play where somebody's a tank and all that kind of stuff. And that just sounds fun and good.
It's reminding me a lot of Destiny, and I'm excited about that.
Yep.
I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. I think this is a great way to keep the post-game going. Like once you beat the game, there's a lot more stuff to do. I'm super down for that. And supposedly there's going to be certain, I think it says that there's certain Pokemon that you can only get in raid battles, which is also totally fine. Because that's how freaking raids work in every other game.
Yeah.
There's like, you get a special benefit just for doing the raid. It's like your prize for doing the raid.
Yeah.
So
I think what will probably end up happening is you can only get a certain Pokemon in a raid, and then once you catch or beat that Pokemon, it'll just spawn.
I think they've actually said that somewhere too, or maybe not. Maybe that was something like Game Explained pulled out, but I definitely heard that somewhere. But I think that is probably right.
Oh, and in every raid battle, the Pokemon is embiggened already. It's Dynamaxed. And then you can, of your raid team, you can only pick one Pokemon out of all 4 of you.
So you'd have to like communicate with your friends, like, hey, who's got the best Pokemon for us to enlarge?
Communicate.
And
presumably there won't be voice chat.
Yes.
So, when you're playing with your randos,
you'll have to use emotes or the stupid Switch app.
Yeah.
You can what was I saying? Oh, the Dynamax Pokemon, or I don't even know if like that would be the right thing to say about the raid Pokemon specifically. Apparently, they're like better significantly than your Dynamax Pokemon, in the obvious regard that like they don't have the 3-turn limit, but there's also going to be like some other like stat multiplier on it and stuff like that.
It sounds a lot like Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Or Pokemon Let's Go even too, where like when the Mewtwo in there was like, or any of the legendaries were like extra strong legendaries too, where like he's, once you catch them, they're just regular strength, but while you're fighting them, they're like extra powered up and whatnot.
Or Totem Pokemon and Sun and Moon, they were like that too. These are basically Totem Pokemon, but bigger.
I do like it is good because like it's it's post-game stuff, but post-game stuff that's eventized too, to where it's not just like you can go catch Pokemon, but it's more of an event going to catch these Pokemon instead of just trying to complete your decks.
That said, I think is real dumb. Like just in concept, as far as like, ooh, that's a bigger version of that Pokemon. You know, I want that. I want a giant Caterpie.
I could take it or leave it. I just don't care. Like
Yeah.
it's a gimmicky thing, like the Mega Evolutions, like the
Yeah.
Z moves. But I didn't really need those in my life.
Yeah.
I don't really care about this. The only difference really is that they're just command teeing the friggin' Pokemon to be bigger.
Yeah.
So like they could presumably do it to every Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's not like Mega Evolutions where they had to make a new design for that Pokemon. But yeah, I could care less. I mean, it's the raid battles are awesome.
Yeah.
The
That part of
Dynamax
it-
Pokemon, I don't care about.
Yeah.
That. I could leave that. I don't need that in my Pokemon game. Explain the wild area to me. That's just the routes, right?
Yeah, it just looks like the open world.
Oh,
So the routes, most of them are just normal. There's just, wild grass, the whole regular 9 that you know of. The wild area is like further up. It's like in the center of the Galar region map. Basically, that's the one area, as far as we know from how they're communicating, that you can control the camera. Wild Pokemon spawn in the overworld. The weather changes daily. That determines what Pokemon appear there. It sounds like not only do raid battles take place there, but you'll also be able to do more things with friends online or locally and that whole thing. We don't know what any of that is yet. That's like what it feels like to me is that's their test bed for like, okay, people want Pokemon to be more, but like let's stick a toe in and do a lot of those more like open world aspects and stuff like that rather than making the whole game like that.
It's kind of like a Breath of the Wild Safari Zone almost, I feel like, where the Safari Zone is a completely different experience, and so here they just stuck in a different experience that was like honestly the exact thing that at least I and a lot of other people seem to want, which is Pokemon in the overworld, exploration, 3D camera controls, like all that kind of stuff. So it sounds real cool, and the weather stuff is actually really neat as well.
It says here the area is full of nature and connects several towns and cities. So this is the replacement for the routes.
No, it's not. It does connect several towns and cities in the sense that it's the center of the region. Like it's the middle of.
So like cities connect to it.
So all the cities are around it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's like the central park of the Galar region.
Oh. Well, okay then. Never mind.
How dare you?
I mean, that just made sense to me.
That actually does make sense if this replaces the routes and like But I guess AJ's right. This is their way of like dipping a toe in of like a new gameplay experience.
And it's all, I mean, I feel like they make it even more clear that it's the thing because they don't call them wild areas. They call it the wild area specifically. Capital T.
I thought the whole thing was just in the wild area, and then
I wish that would have been dope.
I don't want them to do the whole Monster Hunter thing, where Monster Hunter is still like, well, I think Monster Hunter World was the first one where you didn't have to load each area.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's just how Monster Hunter is. It's Monster Hunter staple. But it's like, no, that's because that game was made in freaking the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And that's why it ran like that. Same thing with Pokemon. We don't need routes anymore,
Yeah.
We're grown adults.
Yes.
Yeah. I'd argue that's a lot of stuff to do with Pokemon's gameplay, but people have confused what they needed to do, like necessity for convention. They're like, oh, okay, they needed to have it be X, Y, and Z. I'm not going to name specific things as to
Real-time combat. None of this turn-based.
Not going to name anything specific. But yeah, like they did certain things because that's what they needed to do in 1996.
Yeah.
And it just stayed that way because that's what people grew to know as being Pokemon.
Well, other than that, the last thing here is that you can. It's coming out November 15th.
Yes.
We have a date finally. And hey, if you're one of those whack jobs who wants both versions, I might be one of those whack jobs. You can get this special little gold pack.
Yes, you can get a double pack with both games included.
I don't think you get a deal.
And it comes with a gold steelbook.
I don't think it's a deal at all. I think you just get the steelbook. Not gonna lie, I really want that steelbook.
That is a nice looking
That's
steelbook.
a dope steelbook. But I don't know if it's worth spending $120, Will,
Yeah.
on this game. It's gonna be good. I'm excited.
That Nintendo deal is not really a deal where you pay like $100 and you get 2 games.
Voucher thing. Yeah.
That'll work for this. But I mean,
I
it'll
don't
be
know.
digital. You won't get the Steelbook.
You're right.
Yeah.
Why, that's so obvious. But I think it has to work with this.
Yeah.
They haven't explicitly said that it will, but this game is going to require Switch Online to play online.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't say that before. But if you want to play multiplayer online, you need Switch Online. So, I think this will definitely be part of the voucher system. Why are you holding me?
The UK version of the Pokemon Direct showed a slightly different bundle. So the Steelbook looks to be
No. Which one's that?
US.
That can't be.
Look.
It's got the Peggy on it.
Yeah.
You bitch
Peggy
bastard.
7.
That's the Peggy right there.
Yes.
Oh, and that's the ESRB. Damn it.
Yeah.
Why do they do this? Why does Europe get all the cool ones?
Because apparently Nintendo hates America. Because Reggie's gone and Bowser took over.
It adds up.
That's so stupid. That's so dumb. All right. Well, anyway, that's it for Pokemon.
All right. Yay.
Yeah.
Gotta catch them all.
Rip.
Where are we in our little notifications here?
They just spaz out.
Eddie with $10 says, "Do you think Hyperkin's new N64 that's debuting at E3 hardware emulation?" Yes.
No.
No?
No.
Is that certain?
All,
That's you're right. It's definitely not going to be hardware emulation.
all of Hyperkin's
It's
clone
definitely
consoles are
software
software emulation.
I got dyslexic for a second.
Yeah, you pull your hair down. You're getting confused.
No.
All of Hyperkin's clone systems have been software emulation.
Yes.
To varying degrees of success. I think their NES one isn't bad, but their Genesis one and their SNES one aren't that good, especially when compared to what Analog puts out.
I think they're all right. You can't really compete with Analog because Analog is a hardware emulation.
Yeah.
So I think for software emulation, they do a pretty good job.
Yeah.
But it's still nowhere near what Analog does.
I'll be interested to see this.
We're going to see it next
I
Thursday.
definitely want to check this out. This is like high on my list.
We have an appointment. So we will see it.
And if this is pretty good, like I'll be willing to say like, hey, this is pretty good. But because I'm used to like what Analog does and like stuff like that,
Well, keep in mind, it's going to be significantly cheaper.
Yeah,
Than whatever
it's going to be
Analog would've done.
significantly cheaper. Also, too, it's like software emulation. That means like not everything's going to be compatible. How are they going to handle like the expansion pack games? Lag and bugs are like more prone to software emulation. So
I'd assume that the expansion pack games are just going to work, as if it has an expansion pack in it.
well, I hope so, because otherwise you can't play Perfect Dark, you can't play Majora's Mask, you can't play Donkey
Memory
Kong
card
64.
will be interesting.
Memory card would be interesting.
I want
Rumble Pack would be interesting.
Anyway, Majin Vegeta all day with $5
Mm-hmm.
says, "What's up, Will and Bob? Screw you guys. My daughter Kylie is obsessed with you guys and Woodhawker. You guys are her Switch gurus. LOL. Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Hello,
Nice to
Kylie.
know. Nice to know we're influencing the kids with our Switch knowledge, and by our I mean Bob's.
Joaquin Fernandez with $2. The same system could work like Pokemon Stadium. What does that mean?
I guess like a Dynamax system for Pokemon Stadium, or that it plays like it does in Pokemon Stadium.
Like a Pokemon game? Like that just had regular Pokemon battles.
Yeah, I guess.
What's
I mean, it's more like cinematic though.
True. All right. Well, the King Fred with 18. The King Fred 18 with $1.
Thank you.
He didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Thank you. Tragic Toast with $2. Game Freak is saying size does matter with Dynamax. I see. I see what you did there. Tragic Toast with $5. Game Freak is basically saying that. Okay. He said the same thing, but he added an LOL at the end.
He did,
and gave
so
us
it's
more
different.
money. And Timbo Slice with $1. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it.
Okay.
All right. Now we can get into the rest of the E3 stuff.
Yes.
I'm glad you mentioned the N64 Hyperkin thing because I didn't write it down.
Well, it just came out of nowhere. Like people just started tweeting about it last night, and it looked interesting. I didn't see any articles on it. So I'm just basically going off of what I know of like Hyperkin's previous clone consoles. You know, most famously the Retron 5, but they have like an NES, an SNES, a Genesis.
It looks similarly to their Retron stuff.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll call it the Retron 64. They're going to call it that.
Yeah, they will. Hey, your favorite thing in the world, Will, is being announced this week. Google Stadia.
The launch date and the pricing.
Yes.
Will be...
They're doing a, what are they calling it? Stadia Connect.
Yeah.
Today, Google announced a Stadia-focused event where it will share a number of details about the service's launch that includes the big three concerns: pricing, games, and launch details, which hopefully means an actual date. The reveal comes just ahead of a big week for games, with E3 in Los Angeles kicking off on Saturday. Some news can't wait for E3, Google says.
Probably because they weren't invited to E3.
The event will be live streamed on June 6th at 9 a.m. or 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can check it out at the link that they provide. Do you guys have anything to say about Google Stadia? Because I know everybody already knows our opinion.
Yes.
I mean, it exists. I think it's interesting. I don't know if I'm super into it because I just don't want to play games on my computer. It's not really something I'm into. And damn sure not my phone. So, yeah.
You can get a Chromecast, stick it in your TV.
That's true.
Stick it right up in your TV.
I'm curious in some ways if it'll get more people into gaming that only play more like, smartphone games and stuff like that now. So if it would expand kind of the potential user base in the long run.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to do that, but there's a chance in any case, and especially if they're like, oh, I really like playing these games, but then Google Stadia ends up kind of sucking. They're like, you know what, maybe I'll get some hardware instead. So it could help expand some of that, but probably not a ton.
I think it's a very cheap way to get people into gaming.
Yep.
Or console-like gaming. Because it's
we don't know if it's cheap yet.
Yeah, that's the thing.
it's I bet a lot of money it's going to be $10 a month. And if it's more than that, it'll be $20 a month.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be $20 a month. And that is significantly cheaper than going out and buying a console and then buying a game. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So this will get people into... Well, the controller might be a lot of money.
Well, how much is your typical controller? It's like $50.
60, and then the N64, god damn. The Pro Controller is 70.
Yeah.
Unless you buy the knockoff Chinese one, it's $10.
I wouldn't be... Good.
Right now, $60 for a DualShock 4 at Best Buy. That's the highest price.
Right. It MSRP 60. You can get it for cheaper.
Yeah, because Walmart has it for like 50.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be entirely surprised if the service itself is free, but then they just get, I don't know, a better cut maybe of some of the games themselves, so that you still pay, $60 for a $60 game, like, whatever those would be.
Yeah.
But they just, make either more money off it or just the regular amount of money, and they're kind of eating some of that cost, sort of, but then just hoping to get more people in on it on that front.
I think that would be bizarre. I think it has to be like a Netflix style.
Mm.
I mean, you could...
Well, but with Netflix, you don't buy the movies themselves. I mean, obviously, there's kind of two different issues.
I don't think you're going to be buying the games themselves.
Right.
I think it's going to be a subscription service.
Yeah.
And part of the evidence for that is that you can send people slices of games.
Yep.
To play.
And also just the bit where they showed off somebody, playing a game and then, or like seeing a trailer for a game and then like opening it up and going right into that game. Definitely seems like it's more like you said, the subscription type model where you've just got access to it right off the bat, as opposed to having to buy a game from there.
Exactly.
That would be a barrier of entry at that point.
Yeah.
And I feel like it would be like way worse if you had people buy like a library of games, right? And then your servers go down for an hour.
Yep.
Like you're like, I have $500 worth of games and I can't play any of them because your server's down. Versus I spend $10 for a month and for 2 hours it's not working, whatever.
That was the big thing this week.
Yeah,
YouTube went down and immediately everyone was like, "Oh, Google Stadia's not ready."
All of Google went down, didn't it?
A lot of things went down.
It was like a lot of Google and like related services like Discord.
I didn't get to use Google Plus for a whole hour. That was a problem.
I don't know exactly what it was, but it was probably one of those like Amazon services thing went, like one of the cloud service things went down or something, or maybe it was just Google specific. I don't know. But I forgot what I was saying. The hell was I talking about?
Take the bun
going down.
Everything went down. Freaking, how many times has the PlayStation Network gone down?
this year.
That's a little different because you don't need the PlayStation Network to play every game. You need Google Stadia.
You almost do. Today, you almost
Today, maybe, but it should, if like I wanted to play Red Dead Redemption and the PSN goes down, I can still play it.
What, Netflix has never gone down before? Spotify went down when that happened.
Netflix runs on AWS, so if AWS goes down, Netflix goes down.
That means it definitely has happened to Spotify
Yes.
before. I mean, it has happened to Netflix and it happened to Spotify.
Yes.
Because I couldn't listen to Spotify. Those are two subscription services that I paid for that I couldn't use for that hour or whatever.
Right.
However long it was. So yeah, it's gonna happen. It happens to all the subscription services you pay for already, and you already don't care. So when it happens later, you're still not gonna care, or it'll be inconvenient.
What I'm trying to say is, like, if it happens on a PS4 or an Xbox One for that matter, it's not the end of the world because those things can still do other things, and it can still play games.
It wasn't the end of the world when I couldn't listen to Spotify either. It's not like I want a refund for that hour.
Some people do.
Some people do. Some people are that frugal.
You can download music though from Spotify. You can download it to your phone.
Yeah, I don't do that.
What I'm saying is maybe Stadia will offer a download to your desktop version so that you can still have the game and play it even when it's offline. Probably not.
That would be awesome.
It would.
I was somewhere where I needed I was on my phone. And I was on the train. That's what it was. And then YouTube went down. And I couldn't watch anything on YouTube. Then I immediately clicked on Spotify, and I couldn't listen to anything on Spotify. So I was just screwed. There was nothing for me to do. No, you know what? I watched the Smash tournament. I think that's what happened on Twitch. Oh, I was at the airport. That's what it was. I was at the airport. And then I also learned that all the games I have on my phone, I have a lot of games on my phone, almost all of them require internet.
Really?
Yeah. So, like, Sonic 1.
What?
Sonic 1 requires internet. And if you don't have it, it says there's an error connecting to the internet, and then you just can't get into the game. That means that I think all of the Sega Ages games on the phone, like Revenge of Shinobi.
Oh, because they're ad supported.
Oh, yeah.
Can I buy them?
Yeah, you can $2 so like remove ads or something.
Oh, I'm just going to buy Sonic 1 then.
Yeah.
Why haven't I done that before? Wait. I thought I did. I'm not going to do this.
You can
now.
do restore purchases.
I'm not going to do this now. But anyway, also, hey, apparently Destiny 2 is reportedly coming to Google Stadia with cross-save support. That I didn't read before. I thought that was cross-play, like you could play with other players.
That would make more sense.
Cross-save is amazing.
Yeah.
Because then I could, it's definitely not going to come to the Switch. But if it came to the Switch, then I could play it on my Switch and then on my laptop. Or I could just play it on my PS4 and then I could play it on my laptop.
In addition to Stadia support, Bungie is also expected to reveal cross-save functionality, which will let players share progress across Xbox One, PC, and Stadia. It is unclear whether the PS4 will be included. The studio is I'm not censoring that. The studio is also expected to detail Destiny 2's next major expansion, which will be the first since Bungie's surprise split from publisher Activision.
I also just forgot that I don't care about Destiny 2. I'll care about Destiny 3, though.
Yeah.
When Destiny 3 comes out, that'll presumably have the same sort of cross-play Stadia, if Stadia is still around.
I guess it doesn't surprise me that PS4 is like not included or like unsure of it because they're like the holdout for everything.
This is post Activision Bungie.
Yes.
This is Bungie making all the decisions now. They're making all the rules. This is going to be their expansion that we're going to hear about sometime next week, and this is their deal with Google to get this whole cross save going on.
Yes.
It's probably why this whole thing's happening. They never would have been able to do this with Activision.
I don't know about that. I feel like it wouldn't go the way they would want it to go, though.
Yeah, definitely. There'd definitely be some weird problems with this. All right.
Aren't they doing cross-play with Call of Duty?
Yeah, Call of Duty is cross-play.
Yes, but we don't know about Stadia.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not coming to Stadia.
Right.
And we don't know if Destiny's cross-play.
Yeah.
We know it's cross-save so far.
Yeah.
I assume it's going to be cross-play.
Yeah.
If it's going to be
That would be
cross-save.
so random if it was only cross save.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, we got some stuff to read here.
Yes.
Joaquin Fernandez with $2 said, I meant multiplayer. He was talking about the Pokemon Stadium.
Yes.
The Pokemon Stadium multiplayer probably would work. Pokemon Sword and Shield multiplayer probably works similar to Pokemon Stadium.
Yes. I can see that.
That's all only versus, though. There's no co-op multiplayer in Stadium, right?
No.
Stadium
sort
2,
of.
I think.
Sort of.
Stadium 2 had co-op?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Kind of. They had
Kinda.
like you could do like multi battles and stuff like that.
Okay.
What does that mean?
It means double battles, but instead of commanding both Pokemon, half people commands the other half. Except for in Pokemon Stadium specifically, it was just you get 3 Pokemon, the other person gets 3 Pokemon. When your Pokemon's out, you make the calls. You know what I mean?
Nope. No idea.
So in double battles, there's 2 Pokemon out on the field, and you each have 1 to command. But in Pokemon Stadium 2, double battles weren't a thing yet. So you can have 1 Pokemon out at once, but you have 3 Pokemon, and then your friend has the other 3 that they get to tell what to do.
Oh, so you only control 1 at a time still.
Right.
Gotcha.
Okay. I get it. I'm picking up what you're putting down. All right. Hey, Ubisoft teach something about Watch Dogs. You know, your favorite game, Watch Dogs?
They didn't tease it, like something leaked.
Yeah.
Something leaked, and then they put out this tweet.
It's called Watch Dogs Legion.
Yes. Will reportedly be set in a post-Brexit London, making it the first game in the series outside of the U.S. Previous installments took place in Chicago and San Francisco. Aside from the new location, the big shift appears to be the ability to take control of non-player characters in the world. Every individual you meet in the open world has a full set of animations, voiceover, and character traits, and visuals that are generated and guided by the gameplay systems.
That cannot work right.
I'm trying to imagine.
That means there's going to be barely anybody in the world.
Yeah. I'm sure I'm the only person on this stream who's played Driver San Francisco.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the game where you warp between cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, there are a lot of cars, but every time you warp into another car, sometimes the person will have a passenger and you talk to the passenger as if you're the person you possessed. Mm-hmm. And that was kind of fun, but not every car has a passenger. So,
I mean, Red Dead had very unique characters.
Yeah.
Like, the NPCs were all unique. They all had their own little lives that they
Yeah.
did. So, like, it could happen.
it could happen, but like to take control, like what does it mean to take control of an NPC? Like, do you possess them like you do? Like, is this some Mario Odyssey situation where you just take control of them literally?
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
You hack them. You're
Yeah.
going to hack them. That's how it's going to be.
You just sit there with your phone and you press A and you just take control of some
Yes.
random girl walking down the street.
Yes.
So is everybody just like a cyborg at this point? Is that what this
Yeah,
is?
I don't know
Probably.
what the narrative reason will be. I mean, maybe you like hold their bank account for ransom or something and make them do
Yeah, I
stuff.
don't know.
I don't know.
It's post-Brexit, so everybody has to get a computer chip embedded in their spine.
I kind of liked the first Watch Dogs because it was like just a modern day Assassin's Creed, and that's all I ever wanted.
Yeah, it was pretty much just, Chicago.
But then the second one, but then all these Ubisoft games came out that were all exactly the same.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I didn't play the second one.
That's exactly
Yeah.
why I didn't play the second one. So guess what? I'm not going to play this one. Unless they like floor me with the...
This has to be something really cool.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see whenever their press conference is.
Ubisoft's E3 keynote will take place on June 10th at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern.
That is on Monday.
Yes.
We will probably be in the air.
No, I think we'll be landing.
Okay. We're not gonna
We're not gonna make it.
No, we'll watch it later.
Yeah.
Here's a real fun one, Will. This SpongeBob game. Why remake? Why does it say remake?
Because it's a remake. Ahead of E3, publisher THQ Nordic has promised a series of 3 game announcements over the next few days. The first of these has been revealed, and it is SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated.
Oh, I remember that game.
Coming for Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC sometime in the future. It is a remake of the cult classic platformer originally released back in October of 2003. It was like people like loved this game for some reason. Purple Lamp Studios, who previously developed the Guild 3, is handling development, and the game's official description has revealed that there will be an all-new multiplayer mode beyond the single-player hijinks of SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy. The cult classic is back, faithfully remade in Sponge-tastic splendor. Play as SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy, and show the evil plankton that crime pays even less than Mr. Krabs.
I think this is the fun thing about THQ Nordic to some degree is they've got so many random properties. I mean, in this one, it is a cult classic or like very meme worthy or whatever. Right?
Oh yeah.
But it's like they can never quite disappoint you because it's not like our expectations are super high for THQ Nordic. It's like, well, it's going to be something, and then it turns out to be this, and you're like, all right, dope.
That makes sense.
Whatever. That works.
Yeah.
Samuel Schneider in the chat says Battle for Bikini Bottom like the PS2 one?
Yes.
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 That game.
That game.
I had the
Remade
same
HD. Aiden said, "Holy F yes, I love that game as a kid." So yeah. Maybe I'll pick it up at Too Many Games if it's there. Just to see what all the fuss is about.
Those games are like a dime a dozen.
I
There's
know.
like a million of those at
I
GameStop.
know.
So, yeah, it was one of those. There were a lot of SpongeBob games.
Yeah.
So much so that Did You Know Gaming has a video on SpongeBob games.
Yeah. But I think this was like the big one, you know? This was the how do I compare it? This is like the Modern Warfare of SpongeBob games. The one everybody likes.
God help me.
Somebody make that video. Call it the Modern Warfare of SpongeBob games.
Yo, I want that quote in the launch trailer. With all the other critic quotes.
Yeah.
IGN, this game's fantastic. Wolf Den Live, the Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
SpongeBob games. Works.
Hey, Xbox is doing some things.
Yes. They're promising something new for its press conference.
Oh. I heard Sony's also doing something new for their press conference.
They're not having one.
Do you get it?
I hate that.
According to GameSpot, Microsoft is preparing for its E3 2019 presentation and has promised to, quote, go big for Xbox this year. The company has added another intriguing teaser to the mix, although it's so open-ended, it could mean just about anything. In a tweet from the official Xbox account, the company said, quote, we invited something new to Xbox this year? Invited?
Yeah. That's like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Of course, E3 presentations are often full of new announcements, but this one was conspicuous. Just read it. Just read it.
This something seems bigger than most E3 surprises, and the mention of an invitation could imply it's bringing in something from outside its own company.
like an actual person.
Yes, or
Nintendo.
Sony.
Or
It's
Nintendo.
Mario. Mario's going to be on stage.
Or Sony.
Yeah.
Could be Sony.
What could all this mean? The curious wording could hint at something big, in which case it might be teasing the reveal of the next-gen Xbox Scarlet. While this isn't expected to launch until next year at the earliest, Sony has already been talking a great deal about the still unnamed PS5, so Microsoft may want to follow suit and outline its vision for the next-gen hardware. Beyond that, we know Microsoft will be talking about its xCloud streaming service. It will also be hinting at expanding the Xbox service to other platforms, including the recently announcement of Game Pass on PC. And it's also planning on showing off 14 Xbox Studios games, including some from its spat of new acquisitions.
I think Invited sounds like it's going to be a different company coming out.
Yeah.
Some sort of big deal, and I think it's going to be some sort of streaming situation.
Yeah, I can see that.
It could be Google coming out being like, we're putting
That would
Stadia
be
on the
wild.
Xbox. It could be Nintendo,
Yeah.
them being like, we're putting whatever the hell it's called, xCloud on
on
Switch.
Switch. Yeah, that I can see that more.
it could be Sony.
Yeah.
Because they're not doing anything.
Yeah, and
They're
they've
feeling a little
recently
left out right
They
now.
recently partnered with Microsoft to bring cloud gaming to whatever.
Those are my guesses.
Yeah, it's definitely not Stadia because Microsoft has their own cloud service that they're trying to push.
Yeah, Google seems to be directly competing with Microsoft
Yeah.
on the cloud front.
I think it's
Also,
probably not Sony for the
Yeah.
reasons too of like that, because I mean you guys talked about it last week, 2 weeks ago, whatever. That it was Sony and Microsoft had agreed on the partnership, but like PlayStation itself was like, what's going on? So
Yeah.
I wonder if it hasn't gotten down the the lane to them, then probably they're not showing up at E3. But anything could happen.
That's true. So I mean,
But Nintendo, yeah,
all signs are pointing to
I could see
Nintendo,
that right
but that's a big enough deal where I don't believe it.
Yeah.
You know what they're doing? They're inviting Banjo-Kazooie and Sakurai, and they're going to announce that he's coming to Smash Brothers.
in the Xbox
Yes.
reveal.
Oh,
They're gonna
you
promote
can
a
only-
different
You
game.
can only play as Banjo on the Xbox. You get Smash Brothers, but just Banjo.
I got it. Everybody shut up. I got this. It's Phil Spencer comes out.
Mhm.
And then Doug Bowser comes out. And then Barbara Broccoli from Eon Productions come out to announce the GoldenEye remake is real and it's coming to Xbox and Switch. Cross-play multiplayer.
PlayStation's
Pierce
not
Brosnan
invited.
returns to do the voice.
That will never happen.
It will happen. And when it does, I'm going to rub it in your face. Every episode of Wolf Den Live is going to start. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wolf Den Live, episode whatever. The one where I remind Bob that I was right about GoldenEye coming to Xbox Live and Switch.
Bat Mabel says, I don't think Sony would show up on another company's conference when they're not having their own. That would make they look like a third party. Well,
Yeah.
they're kind of like outside of the window right now, looking in at the party, being like, why didn't we go?
Yeah, but right now, like, they're so far ahead of the party, you know? Because, like, the PS4 is, like, the best-selling system of the generation, bar none. Like, they had a great year last year, all their exclusive games. They got more exclusive games coming. Freaking Death Stranding has a release date.
Yeah, that boggles my mind that they're not doing E3 at all.
Yeah.
But Death Stranding's coming out this year.
Yeah.
That's insane.
They finally have a date, and they're like, we can't bring a date to E3. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Death Stranding has been like the Sony exclusive that everybody's looking at, and now that it's coming out, they're not even showing anything at E3.
Yeah.
It's very bizarre. They also Microsoft's doing other things too, though. They have a new purple Xbox One S. That's Fortnite edition.
Yes.
That's it.
That's it.
It's just a Fortnite looking Xbox.
I mean, it looks nice.
It's very pretty.
Dreamed of.
Does it come with anything special?
In addition to the console itself, which sports a stylish royal purple gradient, the bundle includes a matching Xbox controller, a copy of Fortnite, a Dark Vertex cosmetic set for the game, 2,000 in-game V-Bucks, and a 1-month free trial of Xbox Live Gold and Xbox Game Pass.
Thank God for those V-Bucks.
Yes, Xbox Live Gold is required to play Fortnite. While the base game is free, so much of Fortnite's culture revolves around cool players' cosmetics, so this package should give any new players a leg up in the real Battle Royale fashion.
Yo, you mean all I got to do is buy an Xbox One X to get a one-up in Fortnite?
Yeah.
Crazy, dude.
I should note that this is the
Easy
only
sell.
console where you need to pay for online to play Fortnite.
Yes.
Nintendo, you can play it for free online, and PlayStation, you can play for free online.
It's interesting that it's a regular 1S and not the all-digital edition.
Yeah,
Because
because
Fortnite's a digital game.
yeah, I guess they probably didn't make too many of those. They
Probably
were expecting
not.
that to sell
Yeah.
too good. This is of your interests, Will.
Me. Yes, I heard about this.
Rocksteady, the people who made the Batman Arkham games,
Yes.
confirmed that they're not going to be there and they're not doing anything.
I don't think they're a company anymore. Because they've done nothing since Arkham VR.
Well, they have to be working on something.
Yes,
Arkham
but-
VR must have been a very small team
Yeah.
working on that.
So technically they haven't done anything since Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
They got to be working on something big.
Yeah.
Or nothing at all.
Yeah.
Maybe nothing
Was
at all.
that longer ago or not as long ago as Retro's last project? I think not as long ago.
Let me look that up.
Nah.
No, Retro. What was Retro's last project? Donkey Kong
Tropical
Country
Freeze.
Return? Yeah, Tropical Freeze.
Yeah.
Well, they ported Tropical Freeze, so
Yeah.
does
that's
that count?
Oh,
sure. Why not?
that took how many years?
Yeah. Yeah, Tropical Freeze, which came out in 2014 on the Wii U and 2018 on the Switch.
4 years. It took 4 years
Yeah.
for them to hit Control S.
Yeah, Rocksteady.
Yeah, so Sefton Hill, who was somebody at Rocksteady,
He's like the
game director and co-founder,
Yeah.
Sefton Hill, wrote on Twitter that the studio won't be showing anything at E3 this year. He said via Twitter, "Hi all. A number of you have asked, so we wanted to let you all know up front that Rocksteady Games won't be showing at E3 this year. We'll be watching as fans, but remaining in London, hard at work on our next big project. Enjoy the show." So they're working on something.
Yeah, their last game, Arkham Knight, was 2015 and Arkham VR was 2016.
The only game that they've made, other than the Arkham games, is also their first game they made.
Urban Chaos Riot Response.
Yeah, what is that?
That is
Do they
a
have a cover?
yes.
Yes.
It is a first-person shooter developed by Rocksteady Studios and published by Eidos Interactive for the PS2 and Xbox. It was released in 2006. Player controls Nick Mason, a member of the newly formed T-Zero Riot's Response Squad, in an unnamed modern American city that has been overtaken by a notorious burners gang. So it just sounds like a basic-ass first-person shooter that came out in 2006 when the PS3 and the Xbox 360 were already out.
If you remember, during the Game Awards or around the Game Awards, like the last one that happened, there were rumors that there was going to be a Superman game.
Yeah.
A reveal Superman game. And Sefton Hill once again tweeted, "Looking forward to the Game Awards this year. We're still hard at work in our development bunker, so don't expect an announcement from Rocksteady Games. When it's ready to show, you'll be the first to know. Spoiler, it's not Superman."
I believe them that it's not Superman. And I'm willing to bet that it's not a DC property.
I think it's Batmobile the game.
Oh my god!
Oh,
I would
man.
hang myself.
Yeah.
I think it's got to be a DC property or Warner Brothers property.
Yeah.
Make it Bugs Bunny. Give us the Bugs Bunny gritty reboot.
Animaniacs. I'm all
Is
about
the
it.
Ninja Turtles Warner Brothers?
No. But if they did do a Ninja Turtles game, I'd be down for that.
I think it's got to be a Warner Brothers property.
Yeah.
Because Warner Brothers knows that these games are
Well,
doing
Warner
really
Brothers
good.
owns Rocksteady.
Oh, there you go.
So,
There you go. It's got to be a licensed game.
yeah.
I think
Well,
it's going to be something licensed for sure.
I mean, most likely. But,
I think it would behoove them.
yeah.
Because I say this all the time. I don't think the Arkham games, if you replace Batman with just a general character, I don't think it would be that
Well, I mean,
great of a game as it is.
they since took that combat and put it in like every other game, like
Shadow of Mordor.
Shadow of Mordor, Sleeping Dogs.
I think Assassin's Creed has the same combat too, and I think that they are part of the pioneers of that combat.
It's different, but it's similar.
I think it's the same sort of like punch, counter, punch.
Right, but Assassin's Creed doesn't flow the way the Arkham combat does. Sleeping Dogs.
First one definitely did not.
Yeah.
The second one flowed a lot better.
Better, but it's still not the exact same.
It's more like bare bones, like punch. Wait, he's
Yeah.
gonna attack me, counter.
Yeah.
I think the worst of all of that was Shadow of Mordor, where they literally put the button prompts above the people's heads. It's like, how dumb do you think I am? I know what to press. Okay. But yeah. So we're not. Once again, we're not seeing anything from Rocksteady.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're no longer a company. You heard it here first.
But there's a lot of comic book stuff going on still at E3.
Yes.
Like, for example, there's the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3
Yes.
that is going to be on the Switch
Yes.
that you need to play.
That I know I need to play. I will punch everybody online so I can play it. But there's also Marvel's The Avengers game, which is the game being made by Square Enix. That was announced many moons ago. That's being
keep
developed
forgetting
by
about this
Crystal
game.
Dynamics.
I keep forgetting this game exists.
Yeah, I know.
So we're going to hear about this next week, presumably.
Yeah, I mean, E3. Square Enix is hosting its E3 press conference on June 10th at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So we will already be in California for that.
Oh, it's
June
at
10th.
night. It's at
Yeah.
night. Okay.
As revealed on Twitter, Avengers will be part of its presentation, though it didn't provide any indication of what we'll see. Leaks, however, have given us a glimpse into not only what we could see at E3, but what the game is. Details on the game leaks via the E3 Coliseum website. The description for the segment focused on the Avengers game, indicating it will feature both solo and co-op play and offer players the ability to customize their characters. Embrace your powers and join key members of the development team at Crystal Dynamics and the creative team at Marvel Games as they talk exclusively about the upcoming Avengers game. Okay. Yeah, so we got the Avengers game from Square Enix is going to be at E3.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it's going to be a PlayStation exclusive?
No. Because it's Square Enix, so they'll probably make it multi-platform.
Do you think it'll have anything to do with the Spider-Man game?
Like it be in the same universe?
Yeah.
No.
I think it might. It sounds like they're trying to have the possibility be there for their games to be connected.
I think it has to.
I don't think it has to, because I don't think Ultimate Alliance has anything to do with Spider-Man or the previous Ultimate Alliance.
No, Ultimate Alliance shouldn't, because that's basically an Avengers game when they're already making an Avengers game. You know?
Right.
So Ultimate Alliance should be its own thing. But this Avengers game, I think it would behoove them to tie together.
I don't know.
Spider-Man.
I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they're trying to create like a grand gaming cinematic universe.
Why not? Why wouldn't Marvel want to do that?
I mean, logistically, it's really hard because all these games are being made by so many different companies. It's hard to keep track of everything and like who has the rights to who. Can these people use these characters in these games for these reasons?
Right.
You know?
And they did it with the movies.
They did it with the movies because they own the rights to the movies. So
they own the rights to the games too, though.
But like Square Enix is making this, Nintendo is making Ultimate Alliance.
Right. Ultimate Alliance doesn't count.
Sony made Spider-Man.
That's it. You just got
Capcom made Marvel vs. Capcom. That counts.
No, we're just asking if the Avengers project is going to be in the same universe as the Spider-Man game that they just made.
And I don't
That's
think
the only connection that they need to make.
And I don't think it's going to.
I think it would be weird for them to connect the games that are already part of pre-existing franchises, which is like the main reason why like Ultimate Alliance is a thing that I can't see being connected with the Spider-Man game and the new Avengers game. But those two things are new entities within the Marvel universe, you know?
Right.
So like I could see them establishing a new universe with these new games and it not being like heavy-handed with the whole thing of like, oh, Parker, Peter Parker did 3 years ago. That was crazy. I think that there's going to be like little references visually.
Right.
And then depending on how that game does, and well, we already know how Spider-Man did, they'll go a little further. And then, then they'll be like, okay, announcing it, the video game universe confirmed.
Also, if this is multi-platform, I don't know if Sony with the Spider-Man stuff would want to allow that to be tied in. Because, I mean, Sony has the rights to Spider-Man in the video game universe as well, right? In the same way that they do with the movie universe, or is that incorrect?
I think part of the deal was like for the movies, they were allowed to make like solo Spider-Man games exclusively for the PS4.
That's a good question. Will Spider-Man even be in this game?
Right.
He's in Ultimate Alliance.
Right.
For Spider-Man, I think they have a deal. They had a deal specifically for that game.
Yeah.
Because Marvel approached Sony and was like, "Hey, we want to start making games. Which property do you want?" And then they went to Insomniac, and Insomniac said Spider-Man.
Right.
Interesting. Okay.
I think Square Enix and Sony have a really good relationship. So I don't think it'd be that weird to have it in the same universe. But it's also possible that they're in completely different universes, and we're just gonna have a freaking Avengers game.
I mean,
probably doesn't even have Spider-Man in it.
Injustice and the Arkham games are in two different universes, and those are both made by Warner Brothers.
Injustice is an Elseworld story.
True.
Yeah. Why would that be in the Arkham?
Well, because if you look in the first game, in the background of the Arkham Asylum level, they have the character models from Arkham Asylum in there. So it's the Arkham Two-Face, the Arkham Penguin.
So what you're saying
in the background.
What you're saying is it is in the same universe.
It is, but it isn't in the same universe.
I'm now you're making me doubt myself. I think that Spider-Man's not even going to be in the game. And they're going to leave it open-ended for them to cross over at a later time.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Based off of nothing but speculation.
Yeah. All right. That's it. Oh, no, that's not it. Well, that's it for all the E3 stuff.
Yes.
But there is this one little bit of news that
Only we
need to
care
talk
about.
Yes. We finally got the entire games list for the Sega Genesis Mini.
Yes.
And I don't know about it, Will.
Really?
There's 41 games?
42.
42. All right, we got.
Hold on.
Okay, I'll hold on.
I'm just pulling up the last 12 that they announced.
Yeah, because I don't remember the ones that we already knew about. Did we already know that Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was going to be on?
Yes.
Okay.
I think this list that we have here, the Tetris starts the new ones, and then everything below that is new.
All right, hold on. The IGN article?
Yeah, that's the one. Yep.
Where the hell is Tetris?
So the last one we knew was the Wonder Boy and Monster World.
Yeah,
and then
no,
everything
you're
below
right.
That's new.
So it's Tetris, Darius, Virtua Fighter 2, Alicia Dragoon, Monster World 4, Kid Chameleon, Road Rash 2, Eternal Champions, Columns, Dynamite Heady, Strider, and Light Crusader.
I thought we only got 12 at first.
What do you mean?
I thought they only announced like a couple games first, and now
announced-
there's 42 of them.
They announced 10, and then they said there's going to be 40, and then like every month they announced another 10, and then this month they said, "Hey, surprise! You're getting 2 other games."
Oh, so this was I don't remember half of these games. Well, anyway, the Wily Wars is the big deal that everyone's going nuts about.
Well, also too, Darius was an arcade game that never got ported to the Genesis. So this is the first time it's being ported to the Genesis. Also, Tetris was never officially released, but it was completed, and it is the rarest Genesis game in existence. There's only like 10 cartridges.
That explains. I was like, why is Tetris on here?
Yeah.
Never heard of that being on.
Yeah, Genesis Tetris is like the rarest Genesis game.
Jeez. But anyway,
Do you think this decreases its value at all?
what? That these are the only games that we're getting?
No,
Talking about Tetris.
Tetris.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, no, because Earthbound is still like $300, even though it's
True.
available on everything.
Very true.
Yeah.
Strider's cool.
Strider is cool.
I'm down with that.
Road Rash 2 is cool. Alicia Dragoon is a very good game.
Rip Sonic 3, dude.
Yeah, Sonic 3 is not on here.
Yeah, you kind
That's
of.
very disappointing.
It's so weird what they do with Sonic 3 by like not putting it out anywhere. It's very disappointing.
Also, Virtua Fighter 2 is a very good game.
No, it's not.
Okay.
The Genesis version of Virtua Fighter 2 is not.
I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah,
when I was
when
12.
we were 12. Play it now. It doesn't hold up.
Columns is one of those games that you just see on at every retro game store.
Yeah, because
Pile it
like
up.
those like came with Game Gears and stuff. It's a good game.
Vector Man.
Vector Man,
Glad
of
we're
course.
getting Vector Man. Sonic Spinball. Glad we're getting that.
Yeah. Street Fighter 2 Special Championship Edition.
Shinobi 3, possibly the best Sega Genesis game.
Yes. Streets of Rage 2, one of my favorites. Contra Hardcore, which is the first time it's being re-released ever. Along with Castlevania Bloodlines.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That we're getting Castlevania.
Earthworm Jim, Castle of Illusion, and World of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse.
That's the first thing that I saw, and I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Are we going to get Aladdin?
Yeah. Unfortunately, we are not getting Aladdin.
Nope.
But I will say, I think this is a very good list. It includes the majority of games from that era that you would want to have on a Genesis collection.
Honestly, the only ones that are missing that I'm disappointed about are really the only one that I'm upset about is Sonic 3. And I knew that was going to be difficult for them to do or get because for some reason, probably the music, they haven't been able to port that recently. Sonic and Knuckles also, at least, you know. And it would have been nice to have Aladdin.
Yeah.
Especially if they already have a Mickey Mouse game.
Yeah, 2 Mickey Mouse games.
Yeah, then freaking get Aladdin. That's really it. I mean, we're getting the Wily Wars, which is crazy.
We're getting the Wily Wars. Again, we're getting Darius and Tetris, which are big deals.
Yeah. And Shinobi 3.
Shinobi 3.
So
Sonic 2 is a very, probably the second best Sonic game on the Genesis.
and is there a price? Yeah, $80.
$80.
All right, so it's like an SNES class.
Yeah.
Or was that 60? That was 80.
That was 80.
That was
It
80.
came with
Yeah.
2 controllers.
It's 80, and it came with less games.
Yes. Oh, this comes with 2 controllers also. It
Yes.
looks like.
But this in America, it's coming with a 3-button controller. The 6-button controller you gotta buy separately.
Is it coming with 6-button in Europe?
I think in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Japanese are allowed to have better stuff because they.
Did you see that in Japan you can buy for this a Sega CD and 32X add-on?
I saw that.
And
Wait. Go on.
you can all right, so you can buy a pack. It comes with a Sega CD Mini, a 32X Mini, and a mini cartridge of Sonic 1 that you can like add to the Genesis Mini.
Is it just the aesthetic?
It's just the static.
Ah, okay. You left that part out.
I was getting to that.
How much is it?
It's like $40 American.
My God, that's so much. Just for some plastic.
I know.
That I would totally get.
I know, me
would
too.
Totally get that. We wouldn't even have any of that stuff.
I know.
In real life. It's expensive to get a 32X.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
We should get a Sega CD, especially because the analog works with it.
It might be Sega CD though.
Yeah. Yeah, the Mega Drive Tower Mini will cost about $37 US, according to the live stream for Sega Japan. The Mega Drive Mini will release on September 19th, the same day the Genesis Mini launches worldwide. It is not clear how limited the Mega Drive Tower Mini will be or whether it will be released outside of Japan. I kind of hope it is.
There's 2 listings on eBay right now
Yeah.
that both come with Doom for some reason.
That was like the most popular game for the...
One's $100, one's $120. Buy it now.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Because I always see like on like YouTubers talking about like, yeah, I bought my 32X for like $5 at a garage sale or whatever.
Go to a garage
Yeah.
sale. Sega CD. I don't see any buy it now. Oh, with the Genesis Model 1, $180. Oh, it's refurbished. This guy, what does this guy think he's getting? $260.
What?
These people, man.
That's a
Sega CD, $210. Comes with Madden.
Classic.
These people are insane.
Yeah.
This is a lot. Sega Genesis, 2 of them.
Just in case.
A Model 1 and a Model 2. The Sega 32X, 2 of them. A Sega CD Model 2 and 9 games for $175.
That's a very
actually
good
pretty
deal.
good compared to what we
Yeah.
were just reading before.
And yeah, this is the...
That's like the final form right
Yeah.
there. All right. I guess that's it for the news.
Yeah.
We had, speaking of leaks, apparently the Nintendo Direct leaked. Like basically
Yeah.
everything that's in the Nintendo Direct. But we decided not to talk about it because we didn't want to. People get mad when we spoil Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
And this seems like it's pretty solid. Like, AJ, explain it.
So a while ago, there was like this dude on 4chan that claimed to be upset that he got fired or something from Game Freak. And he posted a whole lot of information about Pokemon Sword and Shield that ended up to be confirmed in this. And he posted that like a couple months ago. Like, it was a while ago when he was basically around the time when they announced the game. And all that stuff confirmed to be true. There's a lot more stuff in addition to that, but
What was that, on Reddit?
It was on 4chan, the initial post.
4chan.
Yeah.
Is it only Pokemon stuff?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So if you want to learn more about Pokemon Sword and Shield, you can go look up this guy's 4chan post.
A whole bunch of game sites did news articles about it. I'm sure there's other channels that talk about it too.
People were mad that gaming sites were spoiling the Destiny raid or the Destiny... Some Destiny news, they like put the spoilers in the title and we try not to do that. But anyway, we got some super chats here.
Yes.
Ryan Rumsey, thank you for being a member. Gene Clough Morales, thank you for the $1. Super Saiyan 7, $5. Bob, you're stumbling on a lot of things. That man bun must be too damn tight. Take it out. Also, hi, Will, AJ, and Parker.
Hey.
Hi, hello.
No.
Yeah.
You just have to deal with it. Your best friend.
LKM Cherokee with $5. Hey, Will, thoughts on Deceased 2, Shazam 6, Green Lantern 8, and Justice League 25? Also, thoughts on Detective Comics Annual 2.
That's so much reading.
I like how...
Did that all come out today?
No, Detective Comics came out last week. And I like how if I say I didn't get to something last week, he reminds me to read it this week. So... Detective Comics is actually on my pull list, and I read it, and it's very good. I thought it was a very good, short, one-and-done story connecting back to the classic Batman story, Year 2, that often gets forgotten, but should not be, because it's very good. Todd McFarlane did the art for it.
Really?
Yeah.
He's doing art?
This is back in the 80s.
Oh.
The original Batman Year 2.
Right.
Todd McFarlane doing
He
Batman.
hasn't done anything. He's just inks.
Well, he's doing Spawn now. He's bringing back Spawn. You know, Spawn's
Yeah.
going to be Spawn 300. It's the
Sure he
longest
is.
running independent creator-owned thing, and we're going to do the movie. Jamie Foxx is going to be Spawn.
I heard.
I have nothing against Todd McFarlane. I just think it's crazy how much he loves Spawn.
I heard he's trying to pitch a Spawn movie that doesn't have Spawn in it, and he's the reveal at the end.
He's been
He spoiled. He basically spoiled the movie.
he's been pitching this Spawn movie that he's gonna direct. He's never directed a movie before for like 4 years. And like he said, like Jamie Foxx is going to be Spawn. Like he took pictures with Jamie Foxx and everything. Jamie Foxx is like, yeah, no, I'm gonna be Spawn. It's gonna be great. But I don't know, man. I think we're past the Spawn movie.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen.
And everything else, I guess, is okay. It's hard for me to read everything he requests because A, it's all stuff he likes, and B, you know, it's so much, and I have like an hour to read it.
So is this like stuff that he's already read and he just wants to know what you think, or is he trying to like gauge whether or not it's worth him reading?
I think it's stuff he's already, because it's always the same comics all the time. It's always Shazam. It's always Green Lantern.
It's
It's
definitely
always Justice
stuff
League.
that LKM Cherokee has also read,
Yes.
and just
Okay.
wants the opinion of somebody else.
And look, like
He just wants to have the conversation.
I've read the earlier issues in these series, and they are good. And as long as the creative team doesn't change or they don't do something completely stupid, I imagine like the consistency is maintained throughout. It's just that those comics are currently not on my personal pull list.
Also, JT Mitchell 87, thank you for resubscribing on Twitch for 3 months. Eddie Alv with $10. What do you guys think about arcade one-up cabinets, and do you have an appointment to visit them at E3? I never paid them any mind until they put out the Mortal Kombat one. I did just hear about the Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
That's pretty
It
cool.
looks nice. I've heard those things are very good. They're not, they're not life size, but they're big and they play just as well as a regular arcade cabinet. So
We have an appointment with My Arcade. That's not the same.
no.
Yeah, no. We don't have an appointment. Well, I mean, we'll go check it out. If
Yeah, no, we'll definitely check it out. Yeah, no, everything I've heard about them is good. So if you're a big fan of one of those games, especially Mortal Kombat, go for it.
Where are you going to put it?
That's the thing. Yeah.
Where are you putting this thing?
Yeah.
You got a freaking RGT over there with his like whole arcade room.
Yeah.
It's like, are you renting? With this freaking listen, man, you can do whatever you want with your house.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I have a friend who built his own arcade, and it's huge. It takes up a lot of space, and it's in his basement in his little gamer corner.
Yeah, that's just one though.
Yeah.
RGT's got like a game room.
Yeah.
He got the basketball like game.
Oh, the one with like the hoops game.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then it like
God.
rolls the ball back to you, like the one that takes up the most
Yeah.
room. That's just insane.
Some dedication right there.
Yeah,
I
I'll tell
know.
you.
And some pissed off neighbors if you live in a complex. All right, that's it. Hey, now we do the tweet of the week.
Tweet of the week. Tweet of the week. Tweet of the week.
I forgot to go to the P.O. box today. So we're not unboxing anything until 2 weeks from now. Oh, this is great. Unfortunately,
Am I gonna have to censor this again?
does he curse?
I mean, it's Alex Jones, so I imagine he does.
Unfortunately, you people won't be able to hear it, but they will. Here we go. So, this is from Unusual Videos again. This is Alex Jones and Koopa the Quick.
Come on over here. Come on over here. Thank you. Come on, coward. You're not intellectual. You're a fake and a fraud.
He did not curse.
Okay.
It's just Alex Jones racing Koopa the Queen. That was good. That was a good time. All right, now is when we talk to you people.
Yes. As always, you can reach us on Twitter using the hashtag WolfDenLive. If you left a comment on last week's WolfDen Live, this is the part of the show where we will finally answer you. And of course, ladies and gentlemen watching at home, please be sure to leave us your questions and comments because we will get to them when we are done with everybody else.
Not too many hashtags, which is good.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Because
But
last week we got a crap ton.
yes. John Snorlax TV, do you think that going forward Nintendo is going to stick with future console releases being hybrid style like the Switch? Was the 3DS the last true handheld?
I definitely think the 3DS was the last. Well, I think that for the near future, we're going to be getting hybrid we're going to be getting hybrid consoles.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like the Switch because it's doing really well.
Yes.
And that's just Nintendo's space right now.
Yeah.
That's not to say that things won't change in the future. The market might just lean towards something else.
Yeah.
Nintendo's always going to be innovating and doing things that we don't expect. So
Yeah.
I think the next like 2 or 3 consoles are going to be hybrid situations. That means that there won't be a 3DS style handheld, but that doesn't mean that it's never going to happen again.
Yeah.
AJ Parker.
I think that that's what they're going to stick to is the hybrid consoles. There's no real reason for them to do a dedicated handheld because like the only thing that separates the Switch from being a dedicated handheld, really in the minds of most people like in the market, is the price. So like once they get to the point where they can just say, hey, here's a Switch, whether it be a Switch Mini or just like the Switch version that we have now later down the line, if they can offer that for $150, effectively in their mind, that's the handheld console. That's the one for the kids, you know? So yeah, I think they're just going to stick with the hybrids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is the market. I mean, like you said, Bob, at this point, just we want consoles, but to be able to take them on the go as well, which whether that be going to the bathroom or not. And so
it's always going to the bathroom.
I mean, there's always that. So yeah, I think until that, like this, just the landscape is so different that that's not something that's required anymore. I think it's a great niche to have found, and they are not competing in the kind of like hardware race in the same way that a lot of the other stuff is, to where they really don't need to switch it up. And then especially if they get into some kind of cloud gaming that ends up being more beneficial, and then they have that aspect as well where they can still do more hardware intensive games, but just not running off their specific hardware, but rather the hardware of cloud type stuff, then they've kind of got the best of both worlds at that point as well.
I think it'd be really cool to see like a really low powered like Game Boy Advance style like system for like $50, you know?
That'd be interesting.
In the future, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get a Game Boy Classic at some point.
I mean, Alex, then you gotta like, I feel like that might have the potential to be more expensive than an NES Classic, because then you got to think of like, adding a screen to it. How are you gonna handle multiplayer? It's gonna be wireless.
It'll be like $100.
Yeah,
which is a lot, but I mean,
I think it would sell super well. I know. I mentioned the idea of a Game Boy Classic to my wife, and she was immediately on board. So I think like people would buy it, but it's one of those things that I don't know. Like some things we all know we want, but Nintendo's like, I don't think people really want that. And then I think that's one of those kinds of things, possibly.
It's also true that we could say that we want that, and then nobody buys it.
Or it could be one of those situations where Nintendo knows what we want. We don't think we want it. We get mad at them for suggesting we want that, but then we get it, and we're like, oh yeah, this is exactly what I want.
Yeah, like the Switch. A lot of people were like that with the Switch.
Yeah.
Christopher Colville says, what's your one unrealistic E3 dream?
Phil Spencer, Doug Bowser, Barbara Broccoli come out on stage to announce that GoldenEye is coming for Xbox One and Nintendo Switch, cross-platform play multiplayer, and Pierce Brosnan is reprising his role as James Bond. Also, Resident Evil 2 remake on Switch.
This isn't an E3 hope.
Okay.
Because Sega does a lot of announcements at South by Southwest.
Oh, true.
Hear me out.
Okay.
I'm in the audience.
Okay.
South by Southwest. Sonic panel.
Yeah.
They announce a Sonic Adventure 3. Crush 40 comes out.
Yeah.
They start playing Live and Learn. They go, oh no, our drummer's sick. Does anybody know how to play the drums in this song? I go, I do. And then I play the drums with Crush 40. And it's awesome.
What's his name's going to be at Too Many Games? You better get buddy with him real quick.
The singer.
Yeah.
I'm going to just start singing it in his face.
Yeah.
Oh my God, can I sing the whole song to you right now? Jordan, Super Saiyan, says...
Well, wait, what about AJ and Parker? You're unrealistic.
I don't have a fever dream like that, but just put xCloud on Switch. Do that.
Honestly, same. But I'll go ahead and also say Breath of the Wild 2.
Oh yeah, you're crazy. You're a person.
We need more fever dreams.
Jordan says, the Wulff Den and Fanatics 4, what are each of you hoping to hear about at E3 this year? I'm hoping we get some good info about that Harry Potter RPG that was, quote, leaked last year. Remember that?
Was that leaked or did that get canceled?
I think leaked.
It leaked, yeah.
It leaked.
Right.
Yeah, we talked about it on the show.
Yeah, I remember we talking about it, but I don't remember saying, like, it got canceled eventually. Like, are they still working on that game?
I'm getting this confused with the Pokemon Go style Harry Potter game.
Yeah.
Because that's also a thing that's happening.
Well, that's out.
Cool.
I don't remember hearing anything about it getting canceled. I think, I mean, it could have happened and I missed it though too. So
I think all that stuff came out and then the company was really mad about it.
Yeah.
And they were like, we don't have anything to announce at this time. Like, don't expect anything. That was an unfinished thing. Like, you weren't supposed to see that.
Oh, so you think they're turning the car around and going home?
That's what Will thinks.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who's making it? I don't remember it.
it's Warner Brothers, I think. Well, I guess.
Yeah, Warner Brothers is the publisher.
Is this Rocksteady? Is this
No.
Somebody said that. Somebody said that in the chat earlier. I think it was Crunch Topher.
It's rumored to be developed by Avalanche.
Which one?
Not,
Avalanche Software, not Avalanche Studios.
Okay.
it's Rage Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
What was the question?
So where would we see that?
I guess
Probably Microsoft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, also, apparently, one of my friends was telling me, like, Sekiro teased, or, like, FromSoft teased, maybe Sekiro DLC or something like that. And I was like, yeah, but Activision's not there this year, but probably, in that case, Microsoft presentation.
Yeah. Like, Microsoft is, if the company doesn't have a panel already, would have to be at Microsoft.
Yeah. Kind of a catch-all.
Yeah.
The question was, what are you hoping for at E3?
Oh.
And he said he hopes for this
Yeah.
Harry Potter game.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that. I mean, they're not gonna say that much about Pokemon, but I hope they say more about that. That's what I want.
I hope that. All right, hear me out.
Okay.
Crush 40's play. I mean, I'm getting Mario Maker 2.
Yeah.
I just hope that I can play it as early as possible so I can make a video as soon as possible.
I did hear that, like, Sega is working on another Sonic game, like a sequel to Sonic Forces.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
Ew, gross.
Not like a direct sequel, but like the next mainline Sonic game.
Right. Let friggin' Christian Whitehead and the whole Mania team work on Sonic Adventure 3.
Mm-hmm.
See, I would
With help.
because they're used to making the 2D games. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would want a team that's done 3D Sonic games.
Let them supervise.
All right. I
How
don't know.
about you stop being a freaking frick, all right?
Yeah, frick.
Dude, let them know what they wanted.
What's his name? Taika Waititi was like, I've never made one of these movies before.
Oh, yeah, with Thor.
With Thor, he's like, I've never done. I just let the people who knew what they were doing do it, and I just worked on the comedy.
And now he's making Akira.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Uncertain Sound says, I know it's not the same thing, but I don't think it's absurd for a Marvel game universe like the MCU if you treat developers as if they are the equivalent of directors of each game franchise. I think the weirdest part is that one is a Sony exclusive.
Yeah, and I think that's tripping me up here because like you have one company making one game and another company making another game. This is not like the Marvel Cinematic Universe where one company is making all of the movies.
Right.
I mean, yes, they have a partnership with Sony for Spider-Man, but that's about it.
I mean, he's onto something with the like equating directors to game companies.
Right, but
The weird thing is the exclusivity for Spider-Man games.
Sony published Spider-Man, and Square Enix is publishing Avengers. If Marvel published both of them, that would be one thing. But they're not. They're just merely licensing out the characters.
I don't know if that is the problem, because, like, for instance, Rise of the Tomb Raider, that was published initially by Microsoft, but then it came out on PlayStation and they published it on their platform.
Right, but I think that's I guess so, because like Square Enix like ultimately owns Tomb Raider.
So
Right.
Microsoft plays nice.
Yeah.
Sony notoriously does not.
Yeah,
But
I don't think Spider-Man's going anywhere, because
No.
I think
Right.
PlayStation owns that, and they're like, nah, that's not going anywhere. But I don't know about like whatever Square Enix is going to do. You know,
I think this could go one of two ways. Either Sony's gonna start to play nice because things look like they might be going that way, or the Avengers game is gonna be on PlayStation.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Just like a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if they'll do that though.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll do that either, but
I don't know. I mean, it's possible.
Mhm.
They did it with Spider-Man.
yeah.
Trep with the hashtag Wolves Alive. Are you guys surprised that they already Rule 34'd Wulo? No.
Yes, but also no.
That's the sheep Pokemon.
Yeah. And Rule 34 is if it exists, there is a porn of it. Which I always thought was Rule 69 because that makes way more sense.
It should be Rule 69.
Nobody Google what that means,
Yeah.
'cause it's probably worse.
Yeah.
Luis F says, "Hey guys, Nier Automata has been heavily rumored for the Nintendo Switch. Do you think it might happen?
I don't see why
It's a
not.
Japanese game, sure.
Is that exclusive to anything?
No.
Right? So yeah, why not?
Yeah, like Nier Automata can definitely come to the Switch.
Oh, developed by Platinum Games. Of course, it's coming to the Switch.
Yeah.
Published by Square Enix.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense for that to come to the Switch. All right, now we're on to last week's
Yes.
Wolf Den comments. Duncan Wood says, "Hey Bob and Will, I look forward to listening to you every Thursday morning at work. Question for you: what are your preferences for reading comics? Do you subscribe to Comixology or Marvel Unlimited, or do you prefer to get everything physically?
Physically.
Physically.
I just started, and I have the X-Men Days of Future Past book. Is this a good place to start? Keep up the good work."
Thank you. So I digital comics primarily use Comixology. I'm not subscribed to Unlimited. I buy them a la carte. I had a Marvel Unlimited subscription. I've never renewed it though. And I do have DC Universe, but I haven't dove into that as much as I would like. My problem with Marvel Unlimited and Comixology Unlimited and DC Universe is that they give you everything. So I don't want to read anything. Regular Comixology, I just buy what I want and read it at my own pace. So I like that, but you can't go wrong with any of those ways, really. I try to buy less physically than I used to just because I'm running out of room in my house. I got a tiny house. And Days of Future Past is a great comic. I don't know if it's a great place to start.
I imagine it's very confusing.
Because it's like it builds on like a lot of X-Men history. And it takes place almost immediately after Dark Phoenix.
Which is another really big.
Yeah. So, look, it's a good story. And you can follow the Stan Lee ideology, which is that every comic is somebody's first. So no matter what you read, you should be able to follow it and understand it. And if you do have questions, it should be relatively easy to go back and find the answers to them. But yeah, if you're starting with Days of Future Past, start with Days of Future Past, and then hop into some other weird ass X-Men stuff.
Are the DC movies on DC Universe? Just a random question.
Yeah,
they have movies.
it's movies and comics and shows.
Yeah, and their original shows are actually pretty good, surprisingly.
I haven't read a comic book in a really long time. So long that today I read a page from some book that was just on Reddit.
Yeah.
And I read it backwards.
Because you're a weeb
Like the word
now.
bubbles.
Yeah. Do you know what comic it was, or?
The page was Thor
Oh.
at the top. Yeah, it was all the Avengers, but
Okay.
the page was Thor at the top yelling, "Give me more giants, Odin! Damn it!" or something. And then all the Avengers were. Someone was like, "What's wrong with him?" And they're like, "Oh, he's just like he's just having like a rage fight right now. He wants to murder more people." And they were all reminiscing about their times where they had like a fit of rage and beat somebody up. Captain America was like, "Oh yeah, mine was when I had a spat with Hitler." And Spider-Man, they got to Spider-Man. He was like, "It was Black Friday. Somehow I ended up with a microwave."
I'm surprised because the comics world is a buzz about something that happened in Walking Dead.
Oh, I just saw it on Twitter when I
Yeah.
looked at the hashtag before.
It's interesting. I don't want to spoil it in case you haven't read it, but
Alucard says, "Pokemon sleep. The stronger the snore, the further the Pokemon travels."
I get it. Like if you snore
I
hard.
don't like it.
Well, a friend of ours snores very hard, so we can
James,
just give
you could
it.
just say James.
James.
You could just say James.
James is like a chainsaw
Luckily,
going
we
off.
will be sleeping in a completely different
Oh,
room.
thank you, God. I was actually going to ask you about that.
He has to sleep with Piscini.
Oh, poor Piscini can
That's
sleep
it.
at the foot of our bed if he has to.
Yes, we are sleeping in the same bed.
Yeah. We're brothers. It's okay.
Jacob Rush says, "I always imagine that it is really difficult to make a superhero video game, not because of technology, but because you'd be walking a thin line between overpowered and realistic. For instance, I don't think it's possible to make a Superman or Hulk game in line with their actual powers, as that wouldn't be fun. On the other hand, Batman and Spider-Man work perfectly to a video game because they can have progression in abilities and not be overpowered while still being recognizable to the public. In this respect, I think that a Captain America or Hawkeye/Green Arrow game would work really well." Thoughts?
Well, let me just say that you are completely, without a doubt, 100% wrong that a Hulk game would not work. Because, in fact, we have a whole backlog episode at this film live from PAX East 2019 in Boston, Massachusetts, about Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction for the GameCube, and it is one of the best superhero games ever made. It is the best Hulk game ever made because it follows the simple premise of you are the Hulk, you smash, that's it. Have fun.
I feel like we've gotten this question multiple times about doing a superhero game.
Specifically a Superman game.
Yeah. I think that the Death and Return of Superman for the Sega Genesis is a pretty good game.
It is, but it's just a side-scrolling beat 'em up though. It doesn't like take full advantage of like Superman's abilities.
Yeah, you
know?
just to do a good Superman game, you just ignore the abilities.
I feel like
I think the fatigue system is a good way to do health. You know?
Yeah, because that's pretty much like what happened with Hulk Ultimate Destruction. Like you
And
get
it's
tired.
how he died. Spoiler alert! In the Death and Return of Superman, he just got tired and died.
Basically.
So.
Yeah, no, I think Batman and Spider-Man are easier, but it's not impossible to do games based on like the super strong characters. You know, I think part of the problem with Superman was they got, cheap developers to make it. You know, they didn't get like, the top of the line. They didn't get like an EA or an Activision or an Ubisoft or what have you to like make these games. They got like Titus Interactive and like Infograms and like other crap developers. So I think now that Warner Brothers is like a AAA developer, they should have the abilities and the resources and the money to make a good Superman game. They just haven't for whatever reason.
I think that they're really creative and they can figure it out, or developers are really creative and they can figure it out. But I think that the Superman 64 being one of the worst games of all time, everybody's really scared.
Doesn't help matters. No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's an Unseen 64 video on the Justice League game and the Flash game
And
all these
the
games.
Factor 5 Justice Superman game.
Yeah, like, and they looked pretty damn good. You
Yeah.
know? Like they looked like they had a good idea what they wanted to do. So it's possible.
Yeah.
All right. Thunder Emblem says, "Can't wait to sleep with my Magikarp." Okay.
Machamp.
Machamp. That's even worse.
That's more humanoid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, Machamp is the little one.
No.
No, Machamp is
Thank God.
the forearmed one,
Thank
right?
God.
What is
Yes, Machamp is the four-armed one. All right. All right, you do you, man.
Machop, Machoke, and Machamp.
Yep.
Yeah.
Machop is like the little boy. Like
Yeah.
when I'm playing Pokemon Let's Go, I'm like, whose kid is this?
Yeah.
Just walking around in the overworld. All right. Eddie Rosen says Pokemon Sleep is a great way to data mine lots of biometrics from people of various age groups. This data can be sold for huge profits.
It can.
Hey, whatever. It's not. First of all, it's not like they're gonna get. It's not like somebody can be like, I want to know exactly how Bob Wulff sleeps every night.
Hey, you don't know, man. You guys have a good amount of subscribers.
No,
There's at
like,
least one.
I mean, like you can't call up Niantic and be like, hey, man, I need to know exactly where Bob Wulff was today.
Yeah.
The right price, man. They're like, I have $300,000 to give you right now. Tell me how Bob Wulff sleeps on Tuesdays.
But also, if somebody did, who cares?
Yeah.
I don't care. Let them know how I sleep.
All they would look like, oh man, this Wulff guy tosses and turns a lot.
Yeah.
What is he saying in his sleep? Apparently he talks.
He does talk.
I didn't learn about this until I was married.
All right, now we're in the actual chat.
Yes.
And we got $2 from Thomas Nolan. Thank
We
you.
got Thomas Nolan donated $1 twice.
Yes.
Good job, Thomas.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. If you guys want to just pick stuff from the chat and read it, go right
Yeah.
ahead.
I just see people, well, two people complaining about us not talking about Pokemon. Scroll back.
Yeah,
My guy.
Yeah.
you have the luxury on YouTube of DVR. Pesley says, I want to ask my parents for a Nintendo Switch for Christmas, but with the Pro Controller, games, and accessories totals out to $700?
What?
Should I get it? What? How many games are you getting?
Yo, he's getting a gold encrusted Pro Controller. Like, is the requirement.
Do what every kid does. Get the system
Yeah.
and one game.
Yeah.
And then you progress from there. Then you buy the Pro Controller. Then you buy the next game. You know?
I'll also say I don't even have a Pro Controller, and I personally, I mean, I know that may be blasphemy, but
RGT doesn't have one either.
I don't have one either. I got like third-party knockoffs.
You're all crazy. Oh, do you
Yeah.
want an actual Pro Controller knockoff? You want the Pro Controller knockoff?
No, I don't want the Pro Controller knockoff. I mostly play in portable mode, so I don't really need one.
True. AJ just got a Pro Controller.
No, that's not true. Not true. I just bought another one. My first one broke.
You didn't have a Pro Controller for a long time.
It was like 2 months.
No.
Yeah, it
From
was
when
like
the Switch came out?
Yeah. It wasn't that much longer after the Switch came out.
I thought you didn't have it for a long time.
Nope.
You're stupid anyway. Magnum McNasty Wet with $1. Thank you. You just like hearing me say your name.
For what it's worth, you could probably find a lot of that stuff a lot cheaper than you see it right now. A lot of places that you buy the Switch from, like, probably have a bundle where you can get one game or even 2 games, or stuff.
I'd also suggest if you don't want to just buy one game, you can just ask for like an eShop card for like $50. And you get like 3 games right there.
there's a ton of indie I mean, like, especially if you're newer to this stuff, watch some Wolf Den videos about what indie games there are to check out. But there's a ton of really, really good ones.
Yeah, man.
And it's great.
Or some game compilations that you can get.
Also true.
Like the Genesis Classic Collection, or the SNK Collection, or the Street Fighter Collection, or the Your Mother Collection.
Ryan Rumsey says, I feel like Will's Switch doesn't get touched.
Untrue. I'm playing Mortal Kombat on it now, and I was definitely playing it when Resident Evil 4 comes out.
Will has never played Breath of the Wild. Everybody give him crap in the comments.
That's not true. I played a little bit of it on Bob's Switch. I do not own a copy of it myself.
The first game you got on your Switch was Sonic Mania, right?
Yes.
You bought your Switch
I bought my
Sonic
Switch
Mania.
for Sonic Mania so I can play it on my honeymoon, because the game came out the week of my wedding.
And then he took like 3 months to get Mario Odyssey, which is also blasphemous. Everyone.
True,
fun
but
of
I
him
got it
now.
on sale, and it was a digital sale.
Blasphemous.
So I win.
Retro Tam Game says, hey, not hate on Infogrames. You wouldn't be here today talking about video games without them. I don't know what you mean.
Because Infogrames used to be Atari, or Infogrames bought Atari,
Okay.
and Atari.
Are we knocking on them?
I've said before, like, they made Superman games and they weren't that good.
All right, well, their games weren't good. You can't do anything about that.
Yeah, Infograms, like for every one game they put out like 100 that weren't. So, facts, man.
$5 from Just a Hair. You should give RGT85 the fake controller, say it's real, and see how long it takes him to find out it's real. He just wouldn't use it out of spite. He'd be like, I don't want to use this. I like the Joy-Cons because I'm weird. Spencer Bob, it says, hey, fellas, the Pokemon Legendaries are named after the colors of their logos. Zycian, like cyan.
Yeah.
Zamazenta, magenta.
Okay. I get that. But they're still both blue.
The shield is more red, I think.
Zamazenta should be red on top then, not blue on top.
Are the names the same in Japanese?
I don't know.
A lot of Pokemon are different.
Yeah.
I think almost all of them are different.
Yeah.
Except for Pikachu.
Right.
Also, Speedy Gonzalez said, with 2 pounds, said Pokemon Sword Shield or Dual Edition, guys.
He did say that. Well, you're going to get the dual edition.
I don't think I'm going to get the dual edition.
It's only because it doesn't come with the steelbook.
Well, yeah, now that I know that.
Yeah.
No, I think I just want the digital version.
Yeah.
I want to do what I did with Let's Go and buy the digital version and then get you the physical of the opposite so that if I want it, I can just take it from you.
Right.
But I mean, with the Let's Go, I never even played the second version, so. You didn't even get anywhere in Pokemon Let's Go.
No, because I got distracted and went on to other games that were more interesting to me.
I don't blame you.
How dare you?
Joe Ayerts says, after getting the Pro, I became a docked boy at home. I don't like the way that sounds.
Yeah.
Except if something foolish is on the telly. I want you to time yourself out.
Why?
For how you said all that.
Yeah, if something is foolish is on the telly, why don't you just switch it to playing your Switch?
I think he means like if something I like is on TV, I'm gonna play it portably.
Pablo Z, Joy-Con are godlike, but I'm in fear because they're probably going to be ass in Mario Maker.
I mean, you're gonna use the touchscreen to be making stuff.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, you're gonna be making stuff about 1% of the time you're playing Mario Maker.
Probably.
Unless you're
super into making
stuff. But most people are going to just be playing levels. So don't get too caught up in how the freaking making part's going to control. And also, the people who are super into making stuff are going to have a great time no matter how the controls of making stuff are.
Yeah.
You know?
They'll find a way.
People make
finds a way.
Functional computers in Minecraft.
True.
So, like, do you think that's an intuitive setup to use?
Yeah.
No. Mm-hmm. So, people will have a great time making stuff no matter what. It's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think I do appreciate the way that this Mario Maker is showing off more the playing parts than at least the first one did. Because like seeing the marketing material for the first Mario Maker made it seem like it was mostly about just the ability to make levels in general. Which I mean is obviously part of it. If nobody did that, then there wouldn't really even be anything. But still, like I think this one's doing a good job with the like story mode stuff and all that as well.
I was one of those people that thought, like I got hooked into that marketing. I thought I was going to be making way more levels than I was going to be playing, and that's just not at all.
Well, I think they want to emphasize the fact that like yes, this is a game where you make your own Mario levels, or people can make your own Mario levels. So that's a new concept.
Yeah, but I think the best selling point is that you are getting a Mario game, which everybody loves Mario.
Yeah.
But you're getting limitless levels.
Right, yeah.
And that is the biggest selling point.
Let the record show that Dan Seibert, he put Mario in A tier, which means he hates it. You know?
Wait, of what? Oh, just game franchises?
Yeah, of all game. He put Minecraft.
Isn't A tier good?
Yes, but there S exists. And he put Minecraft over Mario.
Oh,
he put Kirby. He put Kirby over Mario.
So then here's what you do. Everybody who's currently watching us, go to Dan Seibert's Twitter and report him.
No, don't do that. Go to his YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe and then unsubscribe tomorrow. So it looks like he gets like a bump.
Yeah.
And then he gets effed. And if you're already subscribed, unsubscribe tomorrow, but then resubscribe a day later.
Yeah.
Mario, the franchise, is probably the best video game franchise if you take a look at all of the games and average out the rating that they get.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, Zelda's probably... if you're going by rating, Zelda's probably the best. But personally, Mario has the most consistency across the mainline games of them all being good.
I think Mario by far has the most consistency within fan base, because like even the Zelda fan base is like at war constantly. I was like, oh, this Zelda game sucks, and this Zelda game sucks, and this one's the best. No, this one's the best. But like for Mario, it's like, Mario games are great, man. Like not many people are like, Mario game, the worst game I ever played.
Mario is one of those franchises where if a game's coming out, you know it's going to be great, and you don't have to do anything about it. You know, you're just going to get a good game.
Yeah.
Unless it's like one of the offshoots. You never know if like a Mario Party game is going to be the good Mario Party game. I know that they're all trash, though.
You watch your mouth.
I'm going to leave it off on this question. Ojin says, do you say Mario or Mario? He spelled it the same.
Luigi.
Anyway, thanks for hanging out.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for
That's
watching
Green
us.
Mario, by the way.
Thank you for chatting with us. As always, Wulff Den Live is every single Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on youtube.com/WulffDen. If you can't make the show for any reason at all, we always put it up as an archive version on Thursday for you to watch on demand whenever you want. If you prefer to listen to us rather than watch us, you can do that as well. We are also an audio podcast on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. And please, if you listen to us on any of those platforms, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review us because that helps us with placement on those respective stores. Big thank you to AJ and Parker from Fanatics 4 for joining us to talk about all things Pokemon and all the other random crap that we decided to talk about on today's show.
Thanks for having us.
I actually linked your YouTube channel in the description.
Oh, snap.
There you go.
Usually, like
History.
AJ is also on the streams every single Sunday here on YouTube.
I'm always here. I'm not important. Parker's the guest here.
And if I always link his YouTube channel, and I always write, check out AJ's channel, youtube.com/WulffDen. It's just muscle memory.
Same thing, you know.
Tomorrow on twitch.tv/WulffDen, I'm going to stream probably Mario Maker, even though I want a redemption in Smash Brothers because I got wrecked yesterday. But it'll probably be Mario Maker. And then we're going to stream something on Sunday. I don't know what the hell we're going to stream.
You got beat in handheld mode. That's crazy.
Anyway, thanks AJ and Parker. You can follow them on Twitter also. Oh, what are your Twitters?
Yeah.
At A McCrae Jr. MCRAE Jr.
And at Parker Deal, PARKERDEAL.
There you go. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.